Spring is here. I love the birds chirping. I love the fact that we don't have to bring winter stuff to school anymore. Ugh, winter stuff. As you can probably just see, we put together the bunk bed. Now, what you didn't see and what I am so furious at myself for not doing is showing the room before. Like, that was after the room was cleaned and then I had laid everything out. But before that, that room, I can't shy away. I'll be completely honest. It was a dumpster fire. My daughter, who's 10, right, just really struggles with cleaning. Obviously, a lot of your kids do too, but you stand there and you make them clean. But I found with a neurodiverse child, it's really hard. And so I clean that room about once a month. No, don't judge me, okay? It just, life is busy. I barely keep up with the laundry, okay? But anyway, so I put that bunk bed together. I'm not great at putting things together. You'd think, oh, hey, math teacher, he's, engineer type. No, no, I'm a little more creative than I am engineer. So I have to lay everything out before I even touch the directions. I have to look at make sure all the labels are showing. Otherwise, I make mistakes. But for the first time, my 8-year-old son, Luke, who I've been teaching cooking, asked to help. And I was hesitant, but because he's been doing so good with cooking, he helped me. I asked him to help. Now, I am the worst at letting kids help because I just want to get things done. I'm very type A. I'm very like, no, I'm going to get it done. I can get it faster without any help, let alone a kid. So I know what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to be like, yeah, sure, let's take 3 times as long and we'll have a great time bonding. Unfortunately, that's not real life at times. But he's been showing such good advancements with building Legos. He's amazing at Legos. And doing good with cooking, I decided to give it a shot. Now, if it was any other kid, nope, wouldn't let him. And what's kind of great and weird is that he's very big for his age, like tall, big. And I'm like, oh, if he could be athletic, basketball, fantastic. But that's just not his gig. It's problem solving, putting things together, helping people, serving. He just loves doing that stuff. And so I let him help. And what was amazing was he literally shaved off about an hour of work time because he helped me. Like, I said, all right, look at the next directions. See, look, we need 8 A screws. We need 8 C washers. We need 4 of these pegs. And he would go in advance of the step ahead and he'd get all of the screws. He'd put the washers and all the bolts. He'd put the washers in the bolts. He would grab the parts that you saw. There's probably 100 parts, he would grab the correct poles and he would just have them sitting there for me. So when I was done with the next step, I didn't have to find anything. I literally just got the things, I put it back up, and it was like clockwork. I've spent years training and trying to be patient and like step by step, stay calm. You can do this. And like to see the fruit of this labor and to see and to get help from it, it's just really amazing. I'm just so proud of him. And he's only 8. Imagine what he's gonna do when he's 16. I told him this shed right here, I'm gonna give him a whole tool. I'll let that be his. He can, put together engines. He can have his own wood shop in there. I'll give him anything, but he needs to earn that ability through long-term trust, right? When I ask him to put shoes away, he just puts shoes away. When a teacher asks him to do something, he just does it, okay? So I'm trying to say is as a parent, I want to help you get what you want, okay? And by doing that, you just simply need to listen, right? Listening is a good step. What a beautiful day. All right, all I can hear are the peeper frogs and it's gonna thunderstorm here. But I've kind of hit a rhythm with things, and I know it's all gonna change when I have the kids, but I kind of feel like I've stopped looking forward, all the time for everything. I'm always kind of a person who just tries to get through the hard stuff, right? So then you can get to the fun stuff. And sometimes as a parent, that's like the day. Even like sometimes when you wake up, you're just like, right? You're just tired. You don't know what, you're really living for that day sometimes, right? You know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, appreciate, love your children, love your family, be present. Well, then why do so many of us drink alcohol, right? It's just hard. Like, it's legitimately hard. But with the twins coming in a month, and I got a 5-year-old daughter, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, I'm just kind of at a point where I'm not looking forward anymore, because if I look forward too much, everybody's going to be all grown up. Although the days are hard, just to sit and enjoy playing baseball with my 9-year-old in the yard every day, cleaning the house every day, making supper, teaching my son how to cook. Today is Taco Tuesday. Getting 5 backpacks ready for school, right? In the future, I won't have to get anybody's ready. I think back to when we had our second child. We get through foster care. He was born 1 pound, 10 ounces. His birth mom didn't know, or his birth mom had done drugs, and he didn't know if he was going to make it. He was on oxygen 24/7, eat through a feeding tube for the first year of his life. More than that, probably first 15, 16 months. We know this because we couldn't see him right away because I didn't know if he was going to live. And when we got him at a year old, full feeding tube, full oxygen 24/7. It was scary. Lots of doctor's appointment, lots of medicine, but we didn't care. Like, we just did whatever it took. I almost can't even remember those days. It was very difficult. Days where we would wake up and his J-tube or G-tube, can't remember, G-tube I think, was open on his stomach, and his stomach contents would be all over the bed. Like, we wouldn't know. He was so little. When they had heart surgery, they went through his back, I think, and they clipped his vocal cord so he couldn't really talk. And it was just really hard, and I just barely remember it. And so now that I'm 38 and I've got, kid number 6 and 7 coming along, just trying to enjoy each and every day. Do you know what I mean? It's really hard. Because when it's winter, you want it to be summer. When it's summer, you want to be leisure time, right? When it's leisure time, you try to soak it all in. But I think we were just meant to be patient, be loving, be giving, be kind, to love our family, to love God with everything we got. Yeah, we'll try that.